Good. Good, these Jews. I'll give them that. This one. They went to a morgue, bribed and bored the attendant with their fancy book talk, and then snatched up the bodies, threw them into a rich banker's wagon, and then dumped them into a ditch dug by some poor drunken slob they hired on Christmas Eve when everyone was in church so no one would know what they were doing. That one is their hospital crazies and sickies. They even starve themselves so much they love to be famous and wear those striped suits made of linen, mind you, and hang out by the fences to put on these "we're poor suffering faces." And then the Jews developed this evidence in their dark rooms and their Photoshop. Who do you think owns Hollywood? Frankenstein, King Kong, they're making movies about themselves. We need the Empire Strikes Back. They lie. They lie. They weren't gassed and shot. Those dirty monkeys died of diseases and starvations when the Russian and the Americans interfered with the Third Reich. It is a Zionist conspiracy, so jealous they are of pure Aryan blood. Yeah, my man Mel, he got those Christ killers real good. And we of the Church of Jesus Christ Aryan Nation, we are white men with white power and white supremacy. And we are on the march against the Jew-S-A. Jew, come on, Jew-S-A, Jew-S. And then those Jews have the nerve to ask us, and you call yourselves Christians. Jesus! What do they know about Christ, them Jews? This is here. And here is prayer. Fill the air with wings, my Lord. Rain down my daily bread. Clothe my shame with your light. Be for me my above all, so I might raise up my arms, lift up my eyes. Why do nations conspire against us in vain? How many are foes? Make of them as whirling dust, as the fire consumes the forest. We adorn your cannons with roses and with lilies, and teach our children to sing your glory. In this uncertain world, in this world of enemies, be for me my refuge, my star, my sure hand. If only I could make you see me, know me, most stronger of all. Wager of absolute yes, absolute no. Oh, strip me of my I can't have for myself. Can't rise above, can't be. Waste me of my resistance. Fill my silence with your sharp tongue. Thrust your fire into my emptiness. Make me the mother of all you desire, and I will make the right sacrifices. And so you will deliver me your love, and you will never again turn your sky eyes from me, and I may embrace the end of all needing. Oh, my inconceivable conceived, my death, who cannot die, my shepherd, my God, by all that is forever. by the eternal family, by the cross above your heart. Take me now, mein Führer! That's how it happens. And this is how we happen. Philip Müller was a capo commando. He was in the camps, and he was made to do the horrible work for the Nazis. He was made to take his countrymen and put them into the crematorium. He wrote his book, Eyewitness Auschwitz, and he told the story of a ballerina in a changing room. And this is her story from her point of view. Ballerina in the changing room. This room is for changing, the guards say. Away from walled-in ghettos and rank cattle cars. Ready for your baths, they say. No, yes! These men who look at me. Take off everything, they say. Auschwitz and alles. And you, in your gray uniform, look at me. Once your Juliet spinning in white velvet and tulle, now to be a Salome. The rubies from my fingers and the diamonds from my throat are in a small pouch pressed into my warmth, where only love should go. Forgive me, but I must lean against this pillar and catch the gaze of him who slaps his club into his palm, wet palm. And I unpin my hair, and the stroke of my fingers stays his strut. The squeeze of my buttons plucks at his eyes, and my leg, like a boa, spirals the poles of his lusts. And I must do it. Draw his breathing, his hardening toward me. And then for me, for us, lean down, take my shoe, and lunge, ram my heel into his eye, stone eye, and then grab his gun from his hip and shoot him in the face, and then another, and then turn the gun toward my own heart. They will lay me on the ground and point at me and say, look at her. She is your enemy, remember, behalten. But you, gather me into your arms and lay me on your charred altar where I will lie. Make my hair for a shroud, black hair tousled with dance, curling flowers of hope. Do not shear off my midnight gossamer for their piles of hair. And then take my jewels, buy your bread and your days, so you can tell them my story. Tell them how one last solo waited for you, one last swirling of flame and mist, one last shimmering of my skin, one last peeling of it away. Tell them you saw me leap into the cinnabar, clouds over this pyre, waltz into poppies and dew. Tell them I am the knight of black hair. I am the firebird. I am the blood streak of dawn. We are back in our own time now, 2005. 60 years past Hitler's blitzkrieg, death camps, and the Hungarian Arrow Cross militia lining up Jews and roping them together to face the Red Danube that would receive them. When they were shot, always that tipping forward of the body, that falling away from tightened eyes. 60 pairs of cast iron shoes are anchored into the concrete embankment, installed as a Holocaust memorial to night speeches, burning candles, and hands cupped on lower bellies for the women's pumps, men's Oxfords, ballerina slippers, little boys' sandals, their shadows reaching toward each other. Shoes were valuable then, rammed into Arrow Cross sacks like potatoes, the people trashed like poisonous leaves. But here they are, cobbled together from memory. Here's the one angled noon to 2 o'clock, as if turning to ask something. And the ones flush with the edge, as if towing a diving board. And the one missing its iron laces, its eyes empty. Unveiled in April, by June, Nazi sympathizers had crowbarred at these shoes, some missing now, some tipped over, some mangled, cigarette butts pressed into them. And yet, it is as if the shoes themselves have sprouted these pink carnations and baby's breath. The purple daisy flip-flops someone left to keep them company. Rolled scrolls of prayer tucked in, and rocks and pebbles everywhere. Slid below iron tongues, sheltering under raised insteps, and pooling around the shoes like halos. Zakor, it's called, the placing of stones on a grave, to stay the spirits, to embody them in something that lasts, to say to them and for them, I am here. I take 2 stones and place them next to high-heeled Mary Janes. And behind me is the high-speed traffic that was so treacherous to cross, to hear. And ahead is the blue Mother Danube, parting this shore from the Buda Hills, where I climb the 176 marble steps to attend Pentecost Mass as a tourist. I sit down on stone steps in the back, and the organ is playing Nelson's Mass in times of distress. And an ancient man is whacking his walker along the floor. And Father Someone, in his sure red chasuble and polished wingtips, is sermonizing carefully chosen Bible passages, repeating Jido, 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 Jew, Jew, Jew. And I rise up to fill up my clothing, and the choir is singing like a flock of startled sparrows. Kyrie, Kyrie eleison, eleison. Lord, have mercy, have mercy. And I walk down towards the altar, my heels clicking against the stones, etched with names. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Daenu. Poetry, remembrance. Zachor. Thank you.